Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Mario.
Yes, sir.
Good
What's
morning.
up,
What's up?
How you feeling, man?
What's up, gang?
What's up, yo? How you doing?
You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
How you
good,
feeling,
bro.
bro?
I'm good. Feeling good.
Back
Yeah.
on the road, back on tour?
Yeah, on tour right now. Mood Swings. You know what I'm saying? The new EP out on tour. It's been amazing.
I want to tell you, I want to start right now. You shook that man's hand. That man fronted on you the other day.
Oh, he did?
Fronted on you the other
Ray J
day.
What did
Mario
I say?
versus.
What'd he say? What'd he say, Jess?
That Ray J can beat him in a verse?
Yes, you did. I said no.
Oh, you said Ray J could beat me in the
Just
verse?
like
Yes,
a
he
clown,
did.
yo.
I mean, he had to
Just
be on the
music.
other
I
side.
ain't talking about singing. I'm not talking about like. I'm not talking about singing. Vocally,
Yeah.
yes. Music, yeah.
You think?
What?
Nigga lost his mind.
You ain't let him on that stage after
It's
night because you
crack.
knew what was gonna happen at the Wild Wing show. Yeah, Ray J.
Yo, you said I didn't let him on
Yeah,
stage?
Ray J wanted to do the
I didn't-
verses
it's
right
not-
there.
You can ask Ray J what happened backstage. I was like, yo, let's do it. Let's make it happen. He was like, nigga, shrink me. Just I don't care what you do. Let's just make it happen. I'm like, I didn't even know he was gonna be there. I said, hey, bet, I got you. They didn't let him on stage. It wasn't me.
That's not Ray J's story. Ray J's story was I wanted to do the verses right then and
Charlamagne,
there, so Mario was like, nah.
Out of all people, you trust Ray J's story?
Damn.
You trust Ray J's story out of all people?
Why would you people not let him on the stage though if you want
I don't
him
know.
there?
I don't know. I didn't know what was happening back there. Like, it was a plan and then it did happen. So, Well, we're going to run into each other again.
Why they keep
Figure it
sleeping
out.
on you, though?
I know, yeah.
Why they keep sleeping on you?
Charlamagne, why they keep sleeping on me?
I don't know. Vocally, I
Hold
think
on, you said, hold on, we got to go back
Yes,
to
he
this.
did.
Hold on, bro.
He said it with his
He
chest,
said it with his
too.
chest?
Ray J.
Oh, that's
Ray
crazy.
J got 3 in a possible. I don't think you can fuck with him.
He got
crazy.
5,
About 10.
6.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro.
But
this
by the
is-
way,
this is the
he
same
did
thing what
say
happened with
one
verses.
on one though. He said one song for one song.
And he said new music.
Because he can only do one song. Right?
Damn.
Right.
Like that really, like people be like, all right, that was a strong. Because verses, it's like, it got to be strong, bro. You got to have some strong. It's not, it's not a joke if you're going with the right, if you're going up against the right person, you got to have a strong record. Because people, you don't know how they're going to be feeling that day. They might love the song one day it might be like, that's better. People aren't consistent.
But he could do one
You know
wish
what I'm
3 times because technically you can
He
do
could.
3 wishes.
3 times.
Oh,
He definitely
for real?
could. But he only got one wish.
And then, but he could do it 3 times, and then you got
He
Sexy
got
Can
one.
I?
Nah, for sure. He got some.
Then
Nah,
you
he
got Wait a Minute.
Bro, he got a couple records, bro.
Hit it
For sure,
first.
bro.
And then what, Charlamagne?
But like,
Yeah.
they not timeless classic records that make you feel some, like, it's just a different. Y'all gotta just stop taking me out of these conversations, bro, honestly.
That's
Y'all gotta stop
Talk that
taking me
talk.
out of these conversations, you know what I'm saying? I get passionate about it. And I love all my peers, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The internet shit is the internet shit, like, whatever. But like, y'all gotta put me in different conversations. But I get that, during my hiatus, like, I've had to remind people that, like, God put me in this because the gift is really there. My persistence and my ability to continue to push and continue to put out music is still there. My passion is still there. I'm still hungry. I take it serious. But I think some people are like internet, have fun on the internet, and then some people really take it serious. I'm one of those that take it
I
serious.
think people forget because of your hiatus, right? And the reason I say that because I forgot.
Yeah.
And we went on tour
natural.
last year. We went on like an R&B tour. And I DJ for Mario during that tour.
Facts.
And when you understand, when we're playing 6 songs and that 15,000 arena is singing them 6 songs, you be
Only
like,
because we only got 15 minutes, we would play more music. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
yeah, but the 6 songs you understand, it's like, oh, I get it now.
No,
So
I'm
that's
not
why when
gonna
you said
lie.
it with
The
Ray
other
J,
day
I'm
when
like,
you-
nah.
when we did our makeup.
The other day when Envy was playing, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did forget that one.
Yeah. Now it happens. I think it's natural. I saw y'all interview with Mike Epps the other day. I was like, yo, it was a great interview because he made some good points about people forget. You got to remind people, and I think that it's just the way of the internet as well as just like this new world of like everybody's receiving stuff so fast, and it's like if you don't put music out for 6 months, nigga, where you been at? You know what I'm saying? But for us as artists, 6 months that's a small campaign. It might take, especially in R&B, it might take 6 months for people to even know you got a joint that's heating up.
Yeah.
But that's just a part of the process. So
You've
we
been
here
in
to
the game
stay.
since, you've been in the game since you were a teenager. What's something the grown version of you had to unlearn from the young version of you?
A lot of things, bro. But I would start with, not falling in love with my creation, meaning you know, when you create music and you put it out to the world, you gotta let it go. You know, you gotta let the people that connect with the music and connect with what you're doing, connect with it. And you gotta keep creating. Like keep creating. Don't pigeonhole yourself to, oh, you gotta make another hit like Let Me Love You. You gotta make it. It's really just about evolving, bro. Because there's so many other things that happen in life as to why the music sound the way it does now, right? Mood Swings is a completely different vibe from Glad You Came, which I released just a year ago. Completely different energy, work with completely different people. My creativity's in a different place. So really just being free in the creative process, because we're in a world now where it's about exploring. I was talking to an exec yesterday, and we were talking about, you know, how different the game is even for labels. Like, the labels now have to play a different game. If they're not in the game of having a movie syncs, their songs sync the movie, their songs, you know, as many places as possible that they own, they're not gonna have the lion's share sometimes, you know. So it's like you have to tech even, like, you know, investing in different things. Even though Dr. Dre and them, they already did that, right? They was like, yo, we're gonna show y'all how to get this music money, but we're gonna show y'all how to also have some headphones and some speakers and do. So it's just about being as versatile mentally as possible so that all these other opportunities can attract you. That's where I'm at now.
Who are you like picking up the phone and calling when you're going through the process of like, I gotta remind people, or I'm trying to make this sound different than that and not chase that record? But ego wise, like, there has to be a part of Mario that's like, this has to be big because I'm Mario. Like, who coaches you through those battles?
Coaches me? Nobody. God. Honestly, God. I'm gonna be honest with you, because, you know, I think a lot of people that's around me every day, they just believe in me. You know, they tell me real shit, but they believe in me, and it's like they understand how strong I am mentally. But there's no person that I call to ask advice about those types of things, because I think that my journey is my journey, and I just have to trust God, and I got to trust the people that I entrust creatively, right? So when I went in the studio to start Mood Swings, me and my boy Dre Moon, who I met through one of my managers, AK, with 365, we've been knowing each other for years. Like, he did a bunch of future records, but he never hopped into his R&B bag, but he's always wanted to. I say, yo, let's like, I want to hop into this darker, moodier part of me as an R&B artist that's like moody and still musical and R&B, but just like more authentic. And so he was like, yo, let's get in the studio, let's go. And it was like working with a friend and somebody that you go over their house, they come over your house, you know their kids, you know their family, but y'all both really young goats. It's different than working with somebody that's like, I'm a fan of your music, I've always want to work with you, but I don't know where you live, I don't know, you know, what you into. It's a different thing. The foundation is there. So that, to me, I trust the team that I work with, and we just make the music that we love. We go in the studio, we might go in the studio and play verses with ourselves, like, yo, you play your favorite 5 records ever, and I'm gonna play mine against yours. And that inspires to get the studio session started.
I bet you won't do that with Ray J, though. You know who to play with.
Anyway.
Bro, I'm trying to. Ray J don't want no smoke with me on any level. He know. That's why he gotta always. He's a major troller, though. It's like, how do you execute a major troller? Even if you execute him, he gonna come back from the dead. And be on some Undertaker shit.
When did you realize that and not take it personal?
Huh?
When did you realize that and not take it personal?
Real nigga shit. Because it's different from like, and I had other people that like hit me and like really got on some sissy shit, but like Ray J, like we talk, you feel me? So it's like he can say some wild shit and I might say some wild shit the next day, but it's like he's a major troller. So he gonna go deep in the quicksand, whereas I got other shit going. I'm on tour right now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go that deep in the quicksand. But yeah, it's whatever.
Omarion was mad too. He was pissed off. That didn't seem trolling. He seemed like he was hurt.
You know, it's crazy. Can I be honest?
Yes.
Of course.
The honesty is this. No, for sure.
Be honest.
The honesty is that all we were doing is having conversations about things y'all have, but nobody don't really talk about it all the way.
Yeah.
We're just having a conversation. It's the same shit that everybody do. People in the comments actually went crazier on everybody I spoke about or answered the question about than I did. Like, you giving niggas too much grace, and it's like, damn, is it that serious? Why is it that serious?
Because you're an artist.
Yeah.
That can actually say.
Yeah.
And
That's
you're
what it
talented.
is.
And I'm sure they're like, damn,
Hey,
I
man.
think Mario dope as shit, but he don't feel the same way about me.
That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
I feel like everybody got strengths and weaknesses. Like, if somebody can dance their ass off and they ask somebody a question like, yo, who out of these people I'm gonna ask who can dance and who can't? Let's just say O is on there. He was like, yo, can Mario dance? And he was like, hit or miss. I would laugh. I would be like, damn, he right.
You can on Instagram.
But
get
that's
his
different
account.
because I don't
don't-
singing though. Because that's the craft.
But
That's
the
voice,
dancing,
right?
they know him for dancing, right? They know that's his craft.
I get what you're saying.
Right?
I get it.
So that's, it's just niggas take shit too serious, bro.
So y'all haven't spoken since he said he's not gonna do no more songs with you or any collabs with you.
I seen him at the Ebony event, and we were sitting at the same table.
That
we
was
dapped up
before.
and everything.
Yeah, but that's what I was literally right next to y'all.
Well, I don't know when he did, when it was recorded and all that.
So the time. So okay, Ebony Power 100.
No, after that I didn't see him. After that Ebony thing, I didn't see him.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm like,
But he didn't say nothing to me about it.
that's
Right.
What, yeah, y'all never.
If
had
I
no
really feel
conversation?
some type of I want everything I love. If I really feel some type of way about something somebody said, I'm gonna pull them to the side. Something I might not say it in front of everybody. I'm gonna
Right.
figure out a way to get it off my chest. I didn't know. I had no idea he felt some type of way about that. You know what I'm saying? I've had days where I've been hit and miss, nigga, on stage. I don't always hit every note the same every night. Like, nigga, let's be real. We just gotta be real and have fun and like not take it too serious, bro. We young, black. We got opportunity. We still here, bro. 24 years later, like we still here. It's a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you feel like, Mark? What is it?
Mood swings, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you up and down on that? Is this like mood
Yeah.
swing, love, angry?
it's
what?
it's a mixture of like love, it's really a conversation. It's a conversation piece. When I started Mood Swings, it was just about 90s R&B vibes. And when I think of the word Mood Swings, I think of 90s R&B. I think about 2000s R&B. And I'm like, yo, how do we take that feeling and like update it? And this was like the approach. And then I would have like a couple of Dre Moon executive produced it. Work with a lot of great producers on here. But yeah, the conversations are different, and also the textures of what I'm singing is different. Like I got a song called Fortune Cookie in there that I've never spoken like this before, but the actual texture of the way I'm using my voice, a song called Moan, same way. I'm giving you different moods of who I am as an R&B artist, how I think about intimacy, how I think about love, and just, just talking my shit, honestly.
What
Yeah, check it
Asian
out.
woman
It's-
inspired fortune cookie?
Damn it, man.
Hey, yo,
With Asian woman.
that is crazy.
It wasn't an Asian woman. It's just women in general. I think women are like fortune cookies, bro. Like, it's like you never know what you're gonna get if you really dive in and really get to know a woman on those more intimate levels, And it's something that I've always prided myself on when getting to know somebody. I'm in a relationship now, and I'm still learning my girl. I'm still learning like how to unlock certain parts of her and how to make her feel safe in moments where I'm not around, and like just so many elements to having a relationship with a woman, whether you're just a friend or whether you're in something deep like I am. It's just you never know what you're gonna get. You gotta crack open the fortune cookie. Obviously the record goes a little deeper into some like more intimate shit, but like
How did your girlfriend deal with all of the like being Mario's girlfriend? Everything's public. Like when you posted her, there's like such a big response because they're like, she's not a black woman. Like how does she deal with seeing stuff like that?
I think that she's a very like analytical person like me. Like she dives into things to understand the psychology behind it and like what does it really mean? She understood to a certain degree, but she's also human, So we've had conversations. She's like, I clap back at people before. She clapped back at a couple of people. I'm like, yo, just don't let it, And then once that first initial one happened, she was like, oh, okay, I get it now. And I told her, it's one of those things where people, until they understand that you got something real, people hate you before they love you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and that they don't even have to know you, right? But then there's a lot of support. I don't want, and I think sometimes the internet, like the dark and the ugly shit, get more highlighted than the love, right? Even with me, sometimes I see all these love you. No, I love what you doing. We know you love black women. We know you don't got nothing. And then that one or two comments that's like dark. You're like, oh, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? And that's just human nature, right?
Yeah.
So we just working through it together. It's my first like real public relationship in this way.
Yeah.
Where as though like the picture, we were going on vacation for my birthday, and we had took some pictures, and she posted a picture of her pregnant on her page before I did. But her page was probably like, babe, nobody's gonna say. I'm like, babe, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right.
Next thing you know is, so I was trying to tell her like, but I'm not ashamed of it. So I was like, yo, go ahead, do your thing. And so it was beautiful. Like I'm really proud that I'm able to say, out of all the men in my family, especially on my mom's side, like that I can give my son something that I didn't have. When he incarnates on this planet, he's gonna have a different life than I had. I'm proud of that. you know. And the growing pains of being an artist who's now more open with his life. I should have did this 7 years ago, 10 years ago, but now I'm being more open. So this is the part. This is a part of it. You got to go through it. I'm ready. Come on, jump me in.
Congratulations.
Put me in. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Sure. Hey, congratulations to you. Hold on,
Thank
real quick,
you.
yo. I want to give you your flowers.
Thank
I'm
you.
so proud of you, Jess. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
You know where we come from. You know, you're raising a young king. You got another baby that you just had. You're married now, right?
Yes, I am.
Married now. Like, you doing your thing, and I'm
Thank
proud of
you.
you. You know what I'm saying? I love you, and I'm proud of you.
I love you too, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Just
what's
wanted
up.
to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you feel Mario the man has grown the most compared to Mario the artist?
That's a great question. Thank you. I think that I've been able to shadow work myself on a more honest and authentic level than I have before. Because, not just because I'm about to be a father, but because I see the world around me changing in ways that I'm like, when things get out of control, if you can't always control how your environment is going to what is going to happen in the environments around you, because when you're an artist, things happen around you. You have to be exposed. If you want to have success, you got to be out here, right? And so it's really important for me to have control of myself on a deeper level, and control of my emotions, and control of my how I view the world, how I view people, how I view my relationships with people. Getting better at relationship building, because I wasn't good at that as a young kid and as a young adult. And so just really doing that shadow work, bro, and also becoming a better friend to people that I consider important in my life. Instead of being like closed off, or being like, okay, I can't trust nobody. Like, I'm not opening up to like, having a little bit more grace and understanding that, bro, with greatness comes the opportunity for leadership. And with the opportunity for leadership, you're able to actually see the world from a different space when you take on that role of being vulnerable and being a leader, which means coming up with solutions, right? And it could be anything. It could be in work. It could be in your personal life. It could be for your family. It could be for free. And I think that that's something that God blessed me with, experiences to get through, so that I can help people come up with solutions. You know, and it could be small things, bro. Somebody could call me one day and be like, yo, I'm going through this. You know what I'm saying? I just made my first, $20,000, bro. My first $100, like, what? How should I? Woo. It's like those small things. I fucked up money before. I know how to, I could give you advice on that. If I can't give you advice on something, I know somebody who can. Just being more open and vulnerable about life, man, and knowing that everybody's not out to hurt you, and that comes from growth and doing shadow work.
When you first did your shadow work, did your shadow self scare you?
It scared me when I felt like people weren't respecting the work that I was doing myself, and that triggered me. It was like, what the fuck is the purpose of doing it if nobody cares?
Yeah.
And they still gonna judge you. And I realized, like, yo, bro, it doesn't matter if people don't see the work that you're doing. You can't change their perspective. You can't change how people see things, because they can only understand things on the level that they're experiencing, right? I was reading this book called, I forgot what the author's name was called, Power versus Force. I don't know if you read that book. It's really good. And it basically talks about life by way of calibration. Like, it's from 0 to 600, right? So you can have a conversation with your homie about running down on somebody that might be calibrated at like a 10 or a 20. But then you can have a conversation about growth and health and building, community building, that's calibrated at like a 450, 500. And it just talks about how these things affect your body, how it affects your mind. And I got it from this chiropractor, but he doesn't do regular chiropractor work. He does like spiritual chiropractic work, whereas though he finds where your traumas are, where you're lying to yourself, where you're not being honest. When the first time I worked with him, he brought me, he does it like in his backyard. He lives in LA. And then he said, hold both of your arms out. He's like, I'm gonna ask you a question, and you could choose to tell me the truth or tell me a lie. The one where I lied on him, my arm got weak. Like, it literally did. I'm not even bullshitting. It was like, and I knew I was lying. And then the one where I told the truth, it was like my arm was steady. It was strong. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. You don't think that like your body and your mind and how everything works, like the truth, even if it's ugly, is more powerful than a lie. And I mean, you could take that in so many different ways, but I would like to think that I want to live in a space where I can live as much truth as possible, and the lies aren't as that I tell myself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. All of that stuff is just a part of my journey.
Now you talked about the hiatus.
You don't want to try it? Try it.
Come on, try it.
Try it
Oh,
now.
here you go. Here you
Can
go.
I
Try,
be Ray
try
J
it.
in the
You know him
verses?
better than I do. Try it.
You're an idiot. I don't know why. You already know why. That's why I just had to. When you talk about the hiatus, right? And for most that don't know, during that time, which was a long time, what was Mario doing during that time?
Yeah, man. You know, I was exploring so many things in life, like just really trying to understand what the purpose was. You know, what's the purpose of relationships? What's the purpose of family? What's the purpose of me being an artist? What's the purpose of it all? Why am I here? You know, what is religion? What is all these things? You know, what is fear? What is trauma? What is, you know, why do people choose addiction over going to get help and really fighting through it? Because it's such a strong, intention. Like when people are addicted to something, like they will go through anything to get that fix. You know, how do you transmute that into something towards something you want to build for yourself in life? How do you transmute that to your family, your love, all that? So really just started studying and understanding like human behavior, right? I started there and like, you know, wanted to understand, you know, what was hell? What is heaven? You know, what is all of this? Because I got thrown in at such a young age that I wasn't able to process the death of my grandmother. I wasn't able to process being adopted. I wasn't able to process now you're an artist, now you moving around, now you in this world. I wasn't able to process that and enjoy the process like maybe a lot of other younger artists. I don't know their process, but sometimes they looked happier, right? So I think that at that time of like, after Let Me Love You, after going on tour with Destiny's Child, after all these things, it was like, bro, I moved back home and then I went through another dark moment and I was like, yo, I got to get out of here. Left. That's when my process of like getting through everything started, like processing it, putting it all on the table, being confused, being hurt, being in the dark, not having nobody around me. And it just brought me closer to myself and brought me closer to God. And that's when I started to realize that life and cycles and time and space and all of it it's all happening all at once, right? And, you know, you really just got to like pour all the fragments back in and then balance it out. Release what you, like truly releasing. And for me, it was a 26-day fast where I released so much. You know, man, I cried on nights. I had cold sweats on nights. I was seeing things, hearing things. I was really like traveling through these different portals of everything that I've been hiding from. And that's what kind of brought me back. And then after that, so I had met this doctor named Dahoudi in Cali. He had made these organ cleansing tablets. And I was taking those and I was during this time, it was a popular fast, but most people were doing it for like 3 to 5 days. I did it for 26 days. Cayenne, you know, honey, lemon, what else was in there? Ginger.
A lot of people was doing that.
And it was a lot back, but I took it further. I was like, yo, once I got to like my first week, I was like, nah, I feel the first week after the first 5 days, the next 2 days, you feel great. Then you feel like shit for like 3 days. Then you feel empty. Now your skin is tingling and you're hearing like things at the highest capacity and you're the light. You could see things clear. Like it's just everything. I wasn't asleep. I was only asleep for like 3 hours, 4 hours. I couldn't sleep long and I had so much energy. And so then I was like, okay, who's the person, like how does food affect you? Then I started studying what I was feeling. I was like, how does food affect your mind? How does food affect your energy? How does it affect your sleep? And I was realizing like, damn, we overeat in this country.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, yo, we eat emotionally. We eat when we feel, you know, out of a breakup. We eat when we horny and we don't get no, like we eat like, you know, so consumption, right? And so then I started really diving into like why physical, mental, and spiritual consumption all leads to your decisions, all leads to what you're attracting in your life, how you attract things. and it affects everything in your life. So I went down that road for years of just like becoming a mystic and studying different things and not being afraid to be judged by people. During that time, if you were practicing and working with crystals, I was doing this in 2011, 12, when it wasn't cool, you know, and I just wasn't talking about it. I didn't share it because my journey was different. And yeah, so I did that for years, bro. And then I decided, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to start making music again. Like, I think I'm ready to start. And the first record I released out of that, I think, was Somebody Else with Nicki.
That is my shit.
Yeah, it was like that one and Fatal Distraction. Fatal Distraction, yep.
You know, that makes so much sense because the shadow work gives you greater self-awareness because it helps you understand a lot of your blind spots that you might not even have been aware of.
Man, it's a real thing. It's so true, bro. And it's like, it's almost like you gotta forgive yourself. Cause sometimes we can do the work, but then we still haven't really forgiven ourselves. We still haven't really been like, yo, tell your younger self, I love you. Forgive yourself for the people that may have hurt you. I'm still working through it, bro. They don't stop, bro.
Yeah.
The truth is, it never stops.
No.
Because we live in a space where we're constantly reminded of our past. You know what I'm saying?
That's the first thing that came to mind when I heard you talk about all this work you were doing, because I watched you on Cam's podcast, Funky Friday. And hearing you talk about a lot of things I didn't know, like your mom and your adoption. And I'm like, you never had the time to kind of make amends with all that stuff because you were famous at 14.
Yes.
So what was Mario saying to, or I guess 12, 11-year-old Mario during the time where you got away from everybody? Like, how were you dealing with your younger self?
I didn't know how to speak to my younger self then. So I wasn't really speaking to my younger self at the time. I was more so processing what I was trying to understand and like doing the work of at least getting to a point where I could actually look at it and see it from a different perspective in terms of like the science of it and the actual work of it. Like, why do I make these decisions? Why do people make this decision? Where am I lacking at for me not to be able to be happy today? What is this thing I'm holding on to, right? So I had to work through that first. I think that talking to my younger self, it's gonna happen more even when my son is here, right? Being able to understand, give him the thing. I think he's gonna help my healing. I'm not like putting it on him to help me, but I think being a dad will also help me work through my issues with my younger self, if that makes sense.
That makes all the sense in the world, man. And it's like, man, God is so amazing because you've done the work, you're doing the work, but God didn't even allow you to have your first child until you was a much more healed, clear version of yourself.
Man,
that's crazy,
bro. I consciously, obviously, just like I didn't want a child yet, and I did certain things to make sure I didn't have a child yet. But what you're saying is so true, and you know, it's one day the plot thickens there, but like that's one of the things me and my girl talk about all the time. It was like, yo, like I knew I loved her and I knew I felt safe for her. I knew we knew each other for a long time. We knew a lot of things about each other, but it was all God when it came to her actually conceiving. Like it was all God, bro, and it's like I feel his energy already. Like we both pray about it a lot. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing. I'm excited about it. You know,
how has healing shaped the man you are now?
Gave me more confidence. It gave me more confidence being an artist that, you know, took time away and making a resurgence during this digital crusade. You know, gave me so much confidence in who I am as a person. I don't think that there's anything that could happen in these phones or online that could change or make me want to be anything other than myself, and have my foundation be strong for the things that really matter. And I think that is why God put me through all of these different obstacles. There's a bigger call on my life that I'm tapping into that's so multidimensional in terms of like even the things that I'm into now and the things that I'm attracting and the people. For example, you know, investing in Redemption Bank, which was founded by Bernice King and Ashley Bell. And they're great people who have a great vision for our community, but just, you know, financial literacy in general. I've been learning so much and just really wanting to be a part of changing the narrative for us. You know, as you know, there's so much work to be done. You know, you've been in a room with a lot of people who understand what needs to be done, and so just wanting to be a part of something bigger. So God's been preparing me for that, right? So that's what I'm saying. When we have these conversations about music, I'm like, yo, it's so funny because I'm like, my day-to-day life is so far from that in terms of the conversation and people I talk to, but I get it. It's just, you know, it's in it. We having fun, whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of work, and I think God's just been preparing me for it all. Yeah.
So look,
Yes,
yo,
sir.
this
Talk to
tour.
me. Yeah.
This tour, yo.
Yeah.
When you gonna add a comedy component
Yo,
to it.
listen, we could put something together in
Yeah,
the
because
future.
we
I know we was talking about doing it during the pandemic.
Yeah.
We was talking about some stuff.
Yeah, and you
But
had a great idea, yo, and I wish I would have like honed in on it. Like
Nah, that's
I
cool.
wish I would have jumped on it. Like, you had an idea to do like, I think it was like comedy virtually, like where people, because it was something.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I thought it was so smart. And then I see somebody else doing it. I'm like, damn, yo, Mario tried to put me on
Yeah.
to that like 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah. Nah, you
Man.
good. Listen, you natural. Listen, like Mike was saying, like it's some people who wake up and just funny, bro. Like you different.
Yeah.
Yes, you different.
Appreciate
Like, you know
that.
how many days, like I'm having fucked up days, and out of your page would come on, and that just changed my whole
Yeah.
shit. Like you different. Like you're
Appreciate
literally I think you're one of the young goats. Like if you know what I'm saying. Like keep doing that shit. Like I know
Appreciate
you
you.
hustling doing it, but like tap in. Like
Yeah.
you really one of them for real.
Yeah.
Like
Yo,
Now
for
think
real.
about all the people who had good days and you clown them and then they ended up having a bad day. Think about that.
It's a part of it though.
I just want you to think about all aspects. Explore
I
your
feel like
shadow
true
side.
comedy comes from truth though.
Yeah.
Like real
It
comedy comes from
does.
truth.
It does.
man.
And depending on where you from. Yo, the
For real.
people don't understand in Baltimore. They just think
Yeah.
we just straight all aggressive. and
Nah,
just-
for sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we be saying shit that they think about, and I think that's the thing. You know, we gonna always get the the backlash for it, but we
That's
say
why I
shit that
was-
people.
That's why was so many people that got mad at you when Cam asked
Yeah.
you them questions.
Yeah, man. That interview was interesting, man. It was interesting.
But did you
Just-
have fun though?
Not all the way, honestly. It was cool,
Okay,
but then it
yeah.
just got to a point where like when he wasn't being real about shit, then
Yeah.
it wasn't fun no more.
Hmm.
Now I'm like, you not being even you talking so much about your own life
Mm-hmm.
and
talking
certain
about
shit.
Cam.
And I fuck with Cam, right? But it was just everybody saw it. It was just
Right.
moments where I was like, yo, you're not being real. I'm like, all right, cool. I see what this is. Let's
But
just
this
keep going.
your show, so you,
Yeah. yeah. I'm like, all right, listen. But I fuck with Cam though.
Which
Hold on, real
one?
quick. Jess said
I
that
can't remember all the moments. It was too many.
Jess said one time your accent be going in and out. Your Baltimore accent.
I ain't
Yo,
say
for
that.
sure.
It
It
do.
do.
When you
It's
talking,
not-
you talking to me about the Ebony Power
You
100.
did
You
say
was
It's
like,
cool.
did he have
Nah,
his
nah,
bun
it
on?
do. It do sometimes.
And I was
ain't
like,
gonna
I
lie.
don't
when he
think
get
If I-
mad,
Because he
then
didn't
you
really
said when he
do
get
it.
mad,
it come out.
Because at
Yeah.
first you
He's
didn't
straight
sound Baltimore,
Baltimore.
and then I forget what I asked you about, and
Yeah.
he was like, and I was like, oh yeah, he from there.
Because I haven't heard it
Yeah.
yet. This interview. That's why. That's
Yeah,
What
You been listening
I've been
for it?
living in LA for like 15 years now, so shit just.
me see if
But
I can
if I
make
go
it.
home
Yeah.
for 2 weeks,
You said when he
That
get
is
mad to
back.
come up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Or when
see if I
he
can make
get
him up.
upset about something, that shit.
They trying to get you mad.
this nigga. You good luck.
You do not get Mario
Good
mad
luck.
with Rachel.
You definitely don't at all.
So question, right?
At all.
When they got mad at you for kicking the cameraman off stage,
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of crazy because that's your time to perform. You don't
Yeah.
know who this dude is on stage.
I think that it was just people not used to seeing me like that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Mad.
saying? Yeah, like you. So it's like I try not to get mad, bro, because when I get mad, I get mad. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like I'm like, it takes a lot to get me mad, right? So when I get there, hopefully I don't want it to be seen ever. Like I don't want people to see that side of me. Like, and it's not like I'm not human. It can get taken out of context, which it did, right? So I'm gonna tell the story officially here on Breakfast Club.
Yes.
They hit us for this fair. I'm like, okay, it's close. It's in LA. We'll take the sprint up, go up there, do it, knock it out. Ooh, we come back to the crib, right? Cool. It's family oriented. Ooh, all right, cool. Lloyd, a couple of artists. All right, bet, let's do it. I get to my shows usually, if it's shows with other people, I get there like when we doing a drink, probably get there like 10, 15 minutes before because I don't like sitting in the dressing room. I get antsy, like, man. So no one told me that a cameraman was going to be on stage at all. So when I go on stage, I'm performing and I keep seeing a figure around me. The stage is pretty big, but I keep seeing a figure. I'm like, okay. Then when I saw him for the first time, I'm like, damn, did he jump up from, because he didn't have a camera, bro. He had an iPhone on a joint. Go look at the video. So I'm like, all right, he must have jumppt from out of the crowd.
Right.
And came on. I'm like, all right, I ain't tripping, whatever. He over there. But then he got comfortable. And on the stage, they had too many speakers. They had more speakers because usually every artist get to say what they want their stage to be like.
Right.
They left the other artist speakers on the stage, so it was more speakers than it was supposed to be. So I'm looking for where he about to go, and I tripped one time over court. I ain't say nothing. I'm like, man, shit crazy. I gotta watch out. Then as I'm walking back to the right side of the stage, he's all the way downstage, like near the speaker. Like you should be like further back, like you feel me? And then that moment, it's like, yo, you gotta get the fuck off the stage, bro.
Right. You done already tripped.
I'm like, you gotta get the fuck off. Like, it wasn't even like, I hate you, nigga. Get off the. Like, it was just like, nigga, get the fuck off. I just, you feel me? It was like that. Baltimore shit.
Right.
Like,
then you even apologized shortly after. You know
it was like, oh, that was a half-ass apology, but
bro,
I didn't even realize he went on tour.
Went on tour.
What you mean?
He went on tour. He went on a press tour about it. So like,
wow.
I was like, I'm like, bro, let me just do this. So, but yeah, that's what happened. He was, but he was supposed to be there apparently, and then but it really was just, I didn't know. Yeah, he had an iPhone.
Damn, yo.
Well,
Shit be happening.
Are we getting any visuals?
Yeah. So I'm about to put a video out for Home in like a week.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home is coming. The visual for Home is coming, and it's fire. It's fire. It's it's 90s R&B. I'm giving y'all real R&B on this project. So and more to come as well. Mood Swings too. More music. Definitely tapping back into the movie space as well. I'm building a lot of things behind the scene with New Citizen, and the investment side, the creative side. Hopefully signing some artists. I got my eyes on a few. I want to say it because last time I did, somebody signed them. But it's just like, that happened.
Who was the last artist?
Who was it?
It was this kid. His name is Chosen. I forgot his last name. His name is Chosen, but like he's super soulful. I'll show him to you off of the joint. But he got signed by Quality Control. You know what I'm saying? And we was talking, but he had already been signed by it. So, but yeah, super talented. But really looking for like raw talent, man, that I can help evolve through this industry. And understand that like outside of music, there's so many other opportunities, right? So generational wealth, like that's really what the whole New Citizen for me represents. So. Yeah.
Have you taken your girl to Baltimore? Where's she from?
She's been in Baltimore like 3. She went with me on Thanksgiving one year. Okay. We went to Baltimore. We went to Philly. Family in Philly, Baltimore. She's Mexican.
Okay.
But she's from Sacramento.
She got a Mexican.
You couldn't wait.
Hold on.
I don't own a Mexican.
Don't
stop saying
That's
that.
crazy.
It's gonna come from over here too.
That's crazy. She got a Mexican.
Don't say she got
why y'all hating?
in a
married
bar
to a Mexican as well.
Yeah, thank you. But he black and Mexican. I think your girl is just straight Mexican.
All right, can I ask y'all a question?
What's up, yo?
Does it matter?
Nope.
It don't matter, yo. You see how you just do it out there?
You know what I'm saying?
No, it
I
don't.
just wanted to know how
It
it
depends.
Hold on, wait.
Baltimore.
Does
What do
it
you
matter
mean?
that your girlfriend is Mexican?
Yeah, like does it matter?
Oh no, it don't matter to me. It might matter to
asking y'all.
Ice and Dr. Umar.
Oh my
I don't
God, no,
care.
she not that kind.
What
She
you
she legal.
Yeah, man. Everybody legal, bro.
Yeah,
Everybody
always.
good.
Yeah.
Everybody
I think
good.
love is love.
Love
You
is
know what I'm
love.
saying?
Love is definitely love.
But I do like to see black men with black women though. But that's just because that's what I feel.
Nah, for sure. I love to see all of it. I love to see all
I
of
know.
it.
But I want you to be in love. If you love her,
Love is
Of course,
love.
man. I wouldn't be here if I didn't love her. We wouldn't be here if we didn't love each other. This
Or
is
be
strong.
procreating like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
1000%. Like we
Yeah.
having a beautiful experience right now. The only, the hardest part obviously is always the traveling, right? Being away from home, checking in, being like, damn, if I'm on stage and something's happening, I can't get the call. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. This has been hard because it's like things were already in motion. These tours were already playing, but I get off tour in December. And I'll be home for all the holidays. So
I don't think you owe anybody an explanation though. I think that's when it gets tricky. It's like, why are you explaining who you love?
It's not so much explaining who I love. It's the narrative of, oh, Mario doesn't like black women. That I have an issue with, and where this narrative was created from. That's the thing about the internet. Is like you can't just leave that. Out in the air. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
I'd change their mind though.
I'd rather confront it so people understand that it's a lie and it's not true versus not saying anything about it, which I've done in a couple interviews since that interview. But the way he asked it was he set me up.
I was gonna say, 'cause the last interview you did.
What was the question?
You know what I'm saying?
The question
set me
was,
up.
like, what's your relationship with black women? Right?
No.
That wasn't the first question? What was the first question?
That was like he was like, do you have a problem with black women?
Yes.
That's a wild question.
But hold on, wait. The way you answered it.
That's a wild question.
The way you answered it, that we played that clip here. The way you answered it, I don't think it It didn't make it any worse, but I think it made people try to find another reason why you don't like black women.
was
You
his
gotta understand
experience.
that psychologically,
Ask him that.
these podcasts and when people are listening, not everybody doesn't have the same way they receive things, and we're dealing with, y'all know we dealing with, bro. I ain't gotta say it. You know we dealing with in the community, you know, and so it's like, yes, of course, like I'm a black man who comes from a black city, who comes from the struggles of black people in this country. So I come from what a lot of my core fans come from. So of course it's like, if someone says something like, do you have a problem with black? The people who never even heard that question would be like, wait, you got a problem with black women?
Right.
It's like, it's like,
here.
Right.
so of course I gotta say, you know what I'm saying? I'm defending that.
But then you bring in
To say that I love black women, and black women are the most beautiful creatures on this planet. And
So why do you hate them?
No, he talked
Bro,
about
what
his
did you talk
experience.
about, bro?
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. I feel like it made people
guy's crazy.
do what he doing right now,
But
troll
no.
you more.
So basically,
hey, bro, hey, look, for
Because you
everybody
are.
who hates Charlamagne, hey, listen,
But where did y'all meet? Where did y'all meet?
you said, we met. I met her in Florida like years ago when I was living in Miami. We met, and her mom was living there at the time. We met. When she was like, we met. We've known each other for like 9 years. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen each other through relationships. We've been friends for so long. Yeah.
it's about your experience. When you talked about your experience,
Yeah.
I had a problem with people having a problem with that. Like you just talked about, you went into it more. You were saying, because the question was asked, why do you have a problem with black women? And you're like, nah, it's not that I don't have a problem with black women. You talked about your experience with the black woman who was, who raised you.
We got to that. The questions, it was just
Yeah.
outrageous. Like I don't know where these allegations began. Where these questions began. That's the point. Let's just set this straight. I don't know where they began, and they're not. I don't hold those.
Yeah.
Like that's for like clickbait and all that. But when we got around to speaking about my experience, that came out of me saying, how could I have hate? Like it's not hate. Yes, I haven't had a beautiful experience as far as like my story, but that doesn't lead to hate, bro. That doesn't lead to hate.
You know what's so interesting? You're right about the questions, because I've been interviewing you for years. I've never heard that before. But so when you hear a question like that, you think to yourself, what did I miss?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do some research.
Right.
Oh, he has a problem with it. So, but I think it's a matter of people getting to know me more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is why interviews are important. This is why. And then when you get to a certain level and you don't want to do interviews no more, cool. Because now they just talking about your music, but you have to have something in place of that for them to talk about, right? So yeah, I get it.
You answered the question I was going to ask. I was going to ask, do you think
Fire.
doing the interviews is even helpful
I love
at this
it.
point? Because you explain and then they find another reason to then.
I will say this. I think that there's always different perspectives based on how you enter the conversation. This is a different podcast. This is a different platform, different minds, different energy. Like everything is different. I don't mind. I'm an open book at this point. I don't mind having conversations. I understand now how to navigate it better. But you got to go through the mud. Sometimes I understand. Like, all right, cool. We got to make sure we stand on solid ground.
What about
when you talk about your girl being pregnant and and something, you can't be there all the time because you on tour and things like that, and you're a first time dad, and it's like, wow, right? So this is the first time you ever going through this. Are these the times where you like say like, damn, you wish your mom was here?
Oh my God,
or
yes.
you like, damn, I wish I could just ask her what the hell I could do for this.
I wish my mom was here for a lot of things. I wish my mom was here because she's one of the realest people I've ever known. My mother she's one of those people, like, anything that she wanted, she could have had. She had a scholarship playing tennis. She was the #1 tennis player in Maryland, when she was young. She was a major in chemistry, bachelor's in chemistry. She loved God, and she was a hustler. So she could have transmuted that energy into anything. I think that we would have made a great partnership in business, because I feel like I'm more thorough than I've ever been. I don't have any plans on not expand. Like I'm expanding in other ways, and I think that she could have been right here with me. And of course, having another grandmother for my child, and having her be a part of my life, that's, I mean, she here in spirit, but of course I would want that.
Yeah.
But, you know, my girl's mom is an incredible abuela so far. You know, she's been there. She's home right now and making sure she's straight. She's excited about it. You know, God don't make no mistakes in terms of like, you know, what is meant for you and how, when you pray for things and you prepare for things, how God shows up. I think we're blessed.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
After doing the work on yourself that you've done, finding so many personal answers, did that cause you to have more questions for your mom that you probably didn't get to ask?
I've asked a lot of questions. You know, I think the thing that I've been sending her love for lately, because you know, is me forgiving her. Because spiritually, no one ever really dies, right? The energy doesn't die. It's just transmuted. So it's like sending her forgiveness and support, you know, for whatever her soul may be still struggling with, or whatever her next journey is. I think that's, you know, that's what I do now. That's what I focus on now, you know, is that forgiveness for her, forgiving myself, and just sending her so much support and love. Because there's been moments where during my spiritual journey, when she would come visit me, and, you know, anybody who understands the spiritual realm, there's been blockages. Like just when I'm able to, like, we're able to, there's something that comes in between and blocks it. I've had that happen a lot of times. So I'm like, okay, so there's still something I have to work on. So the more and more I work on it, the closer and closer I feel that these other entities and things can't even block it in the spiritual realm. Yeah. Because there's so much power, because she has things that she tells me that I need to know. And when those blockages are there, I can't get those. And so it's a real thing. And it happens in real life too, you know, with family. There's entities that are built out of trauma, and they become their own entities in your life. And if you don't work through those things, you can't heal with your dad or your mom or your sister or your wife or your whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's a real thing, and I think it doesn't change in the spiritual realm.
Do you believe, you know, after doing all this work on yourself, do you believe your life's purpose is bigger than music?
1000%. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I think that there's a spiritual side of it. There's a community building side of it. When I say that, I mean using my relationships to help build our communities, you know. I've been building myself back up over these past few years, but now I'm like branching out to be like, okay, how can I use my relationships to make sure in this new world that's happening, you know, my people, my community, you know, we just have we're put in a position where people understand our power and understand our unity in a different way. And it's going to take a lot of work. But that's like where my head is at, but also just owning things and being able to be creative. Like I'm working on a museum right now that I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put it yet, but it's gonna be everything sound. I can't say the whole concept because there's a lot of rich people out there that can make this shit happen. But yeah, it's gonna be incredible. And then just a lot of other things, man. And I feel like it's showing not only my fans and people who's been watching my career for a long time that, yo, you can be whoever you want to be. And we have always been some of the most creative beings on this planet and creating things that's never been created before. This is what I want to do. That's my goal. And it goes for everything from music to tech, business, you know, social experiences, restaurants, all types of things. You know, there's a lot of things happening, you know, and even writing, being an author, I have like 3 books that I've written, but that I haven't put out yet because I don't know. Every time there's a new version of me, I'm like, fuck.
Gotta go back and change.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta go back and change. Have you ever experienced that? Like you put out books, like how does that for you?
I can do that with every single book that I've written.
Yeah,
like, you know,
go back and change certain.
Yeah, you know, the first book was, you know, up to a certain point in my life, so it was these lessons that I learned.
Yeah.
My second book, I was completely empty because I had started doing the work on myself and started going to therapy and stuff. So everything I thought I knew, I was like, yo, I really don't know nothing. I was just, I unlearned a whole bunch of stuff. And then my third book, you know, it really came to me after a plant-based experience, you know, with ayahuasca. I went on an ayahuasca journey. Beautiful. And the same thing came up for me that came up for you. It's like, yo, stop lying to yourself and stop volunteering those lies to other people. So it's like, every book has been a different version of me.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at now. It's just like, okay, which there's all these like versions, all of them have truth, right? But which ones connected dots to where I am right now. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But yeah, that's just I'm just ready to continue to grow. You know, music is my passion. But you know, with that comes all these other things, more touring, bigger shows and bigger opportunities, and just, you know, just growing. Me and my team growing.
What's a message you think men need to hear today that we don't talk about enough?
I don't think men applaud the better things about each other enough. It's like, you know, if you see your homie like that been struggling with something for years and he's getting over it or he's trying to get over it, applaud that. You know what I mean? Show him some love. Show him you see that. Like, yo, that shit cool, bro. Like that shit, I'm inspired. You know what I'm saying? I think escapising our traumas with drugs and you know, maybe nightlife or whatever, you know, I mean, everybody like to have fun, but you know, just really like taking like the time to really take your future serious. You know, sit down for a minute, like maybe save some bread, like sit back, you know what I mean, look at your life, look at the people in your life and really analyze like, okay, if something's calling me to grow, are these people around me going to help me grow? Are they part of that part? Do they want to grow? Like, because we get comfortable with our relationships. And I realized this because I've had so many different people come in and out of my life and at different parts of who I am in my life, you know, different parts of my journey. And sometimes we get scared to let people go. Yeah. And not let them go as in like, oh, I don't fuck with you, but just let them go as in like, yo, I need this next few months to myself, bro. Or sis. You know, I gotta level up in life. There's some things that God is putting on me, you know, and hopefully I can help you with that, you know. But I just need some time. And it's not personal. Not everybody gonna take that well, but sometimes we gotta do that, man. And then circle the block and be like, yo, I see things from a different perspective. I don't think we talk about that enough in terms of it being something real that can really change your life. There's a few things, man. I mean, that's just to name a few. Word. Yeah. Well,
let's this real quick. This ain't even no question, yo. I've always wanted to tell you, you snapped on the cry with
thank
Tori.
you. Appreciate you.
Man, what?
Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah, you be snapping on these features, y'all. I'm just
thank you. I appreciate you. I might put a whole project out with features. You know what I mean? Just for fun, for sure.
Just snapping
with that.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Ray J got features. You never heard that joint with the new boy?
Nah, man.
The new boys.
Who is Ray?
Tommy Down? Tommy Down?
Ray J's a streamer at this point. He just
Ray J's coming up this week. Charlamagne invited him. What would you say to Ray J?
What would I say to him?
Yeah, what would you say to Ray J that we could play?
I already told him, man, stop his car before his brakes break. You know what I'm saying? Like break it. You know what I mean? But like I told y'all before, Ray J, you know, he a troller. He gonna troll. But he know what time it is, man. He said one wish was bigger than let me love you. But anyway, listen, I'm on tour right now. Nothing but us tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We outside. New York was amazing. Sheesh. The energy in New York, you know, we got like, I think like 8 or 10 more dates. Project Mood Swings is out right now. Yeah, we outside, man. I was in New York.
This is
the thing. That's all I'm about to say. You got to put me in different conversations. Like,
right.
Like, I was on Brandy's show like 2 weeks ago. We did last weekend. What did we do before that? We did
Jonas Brothers, Wale.
Jonas Brothers, Wale. Like, you know, it's just any stage. I'm on too many stages for Ray J to even. He can't. Come on, he know what's up.
Big shit, big Mario, not man. The little one, not Luigi brother. Like, stop playing.
Let's play a joint of that. Which one here?
Wait, I got a question.
Yeah, Mood Swings.
Honest question, because you just did it here and it made me think of it.
Yeah.
When you came out at the Brandy and Monica show, you thanked Brandy but not Monica.
It wasn't even that type of thing.
Okay,
it wasn't
people
even,
tried to make it a thing on X, and then just
that's
right
what I'm
now
saying.
you said Brandy, and I'm like, was that like what?
Nah, shout out to Monica, bro. There's nothing. I came out on Brandy's set. You know what I'm saying? So I was just giving her like, yeah, it was not. First of all, Monica's amazing. I love Monica. Like me and like every time like it's something dope on her. Like she always comment on her. I comment like it's all love. Like that's gang. So like yeah, I think these narratives just get crazy.
Internet shit, yo, it's just the word.
And in the moment, like when you're on stage in the moment, sometimes you just like trying to remember everything and be present. Like you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's nothing. I'm happy to see both of them on tour. Even when I posted when I was on the stage, I congratulated both of them. Like I gave them both flowers.
That's all the post.
Yeah, so people just be taking shit out of proportion, man. Stop it.
Let's get to
Stop trying to make me an R&B villain, man.
Right.
Y'all don't want any villains.
Embrace it.
Too late now.
Embrace
Yeah,
it.
it's too late now.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
That one was unfair though, because
Yeah.
that
I
was
love
good.
them both.
By the way,
man.
that's the
Shout out to
scary
the
thing
queens.
about the shadow side, though. When you feel comfortable over there. Like,
Yeah,
oh, you know
nah,
what?
I'm not trying to embrace that, bro. I got a
I
kid
know,
on the way,
but-
bro. All right, I'm gonna tell you, me embracing that is different, bro. From, it's not. I don't need drugs to be dark. I don't want to be dark. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there no more. I don't want to go there because I can't. What if I like it?
That's what I'm saying. It's a little. That's the scary part when you
We don't
want
wanna
to
be
man.
that.
That's that feel good.
Yeah.
Like, what if I like it? And then it's now I got to create this whole other thing around me, and it's like, nah, bro. I got too many blessings in my life right now. Too many things that I'm creating. Great partners that are just like wanting to like invest in things I'm doing. I got too much. There's too much to lose.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, brother.
I appreciate you,
I
bro.
really enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah,
Just
let's do it.
hearing you do the work is good, man.
What you want here?
Hell yeah.
What we missing? Yeah, we outside. I just want to make sure we ain't missing nothing. Mood swings out right now. You know, everybody having mood swings right now. You know, and it's invite the mood swings, balance it out, enjoy it. You know, let's get back to love. Let's keep R&B alive, bro. Listen, R&B is such an important genre. You know, it allows us to explore love. It allows us to explore intimacy. It allows us to have fun. We can have different conversations in it. It's just an all-encompassing genre. I wouldn't want to pick any other genre. Mood swings out right now. I don't even know what to play. We could play Home. We could play. Have y'all heard the EP yet?
No.
All right, cool. When y'all get a chance, press play. When you get back to the crib,
Got you.
do that thing.
I got you.
Dig.
What you want here?
Yo, play. All right, cool. Let's hear Nobody But Us.
Nobody but us.
Yeah, let's go.
It's the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
It's Mario.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?